Welcome. In front of me is a ONEPLUS Nord CE 5G, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. Truth be told, they won't be like some groundbreaking stuff. These are all the options that you can find in the settings if you just want to search around. So starting off, I'm going to begin with one that I personally love the most, which is the status bar. As you can see, we have cluster of different kind of toggles right here. So we have settings, although this one you can't get rid of. You have NFC, Wi-Fi, SIM cards, battery, and so on. And what you can actually do right here is by going into the settings under the display section, you will find status bar somewhere. Where is it? There we go, status bar. And in here you can access icon manager, and you can virtually turn off all the icons from your notifications right here. So you don't want your internet? Sure, why not? Cellular data, gone. Wi-Fi, again, gone. NFC annoys you? Turn it off. So you can basically turn off almost everything. In certain cases, you can also turn off battery and time, but yeah, I don't really see it right here. Maybe it was before. Show battery percentage, time. Yeah, you can select to don't show time at all, though I wouldn't probably recommend that one. But yeah, obviously you can toggle off most of the things if you want, if not all. There are things like this that will keep being on here, like the gear icon, which is for finishing up the setup. The reason why I can't get rid of it is because it's an application that is giving that specific pop-up, and I can't really slide it out. Once I finish up the setup and it's no longer in the notifications, it will also disappear from the status bar. But other than that, you can really clean out the look of your status bar and make it just look a little bit better and cleaner, which personally I do prefer much more over this like just complete mess up there that you normally have. So moving on to the next option, it's going to be customization. Now again, ONEPLUS has a nice customization section, and just a main settings page right here we have customization, and in here you can customize basically majority of the parts of the phone. Now the reason I like this really much and why I kind of decided to add this as an option here is because unlike majority of the other phones, ONEPLUS just kind of groups up everything into a single setting right here. And you can go through all of these and quickly have access to any kind of customization you want. Always on display, sure. Wallpaper, some canvas, I don't even know what that is. We have things like colors for these buttons right here. We have icons, we have icon packs, we have fonts. You can change anything. And additionally, as you can see, when you go to things like icons, we have only two, hydrogen and oxygen, which are the default ones that come with the device, but you can just download more if you want. Obviously you need to sign into your Play Store, and then you can just download. Majority of them that are actually good are free, so you don't actually have to spend a dime on it, and it is a really great way to customize the look of your home screen. So yeah, go for it if you are interested in it. I do recommend checking out. As an example, just a quick one, I'm gonna bring out my phone, so just as a little pop-up, those are my icons on the home screen. And as an example, if you go into your app tray, I have different ones right here. This is strictly for the launcher that I'm using that allows me to do this, but as you can see, just completely different look to what is right here. So again, customize your device to fit what you want it to look like. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the gestures, which I have been using since the beginning of the video. Now this will be for the people that, for instance, might want to turn it off, because if I'm correct, gestures actually are enabled by default. So if you don't want them, you can turn them off. Now to do so, you need to go in the settings and then buttons and gestures. There we go. And you will have your navigation bar and gestures right here. And we have navigation gestures or back home and recent, which will bring the buttons to the bottom. Personally, I don't like them, so I'm gonna again stick back with the gestures. That's just personally what I like to use more. But obviously if you want to use the buttons, go right ahead. So yeah, you can also quickly see what other gestures you have right here. Some of them might suit you, give you some kind of options that you might like. So we have 3-finger screenshot, we have double tap to wake, we have music control, and then we have these options right here. So what these do is you can assign an application to them. So as an example, we have, let's say, turn on flashlight. Now it is on a lock screen. Yep, there we go. So just to, you can see it being on. You can actually see the flashlight on the table, kind of like reflecting. So I'm not pressing anything else apart from drawing the symbol. Now it does need to be the symbol that it is visible right here, and the screen needs to be locked, unfortunately. You can choose what kind of letter you want to draw. So we have O, V, S, M, W, and each one of them kind of have some kind of just gesture to do some kind of thing, like open up camera, record video, open front camera, open shelf, and so on, like the flashlight. But you don't have to limit yourself to those. You can also do something like strictly opening up an app. So just select, as an example, phone. And once it's added, now that didn't really work too well because I do have a lock screen, but once I unlock it, as you can see, it automatically jumps to the contacts. So yeah, choose your gesture, add some kind of feature to it, and voila, you have a quick access to certain features of the device. Personally, flashlight is one of the better ones, considering, for instance, like my device that I've just showed you before. To enable flashlight, I need to pull down the notification panel and I need to go through there to actually enable it. This would just a simple V and voila, it's already on. It simplifies the things a lot. Now anyway, moving on to the next and last option, it's going to be the parallel apps, which allows you to have 2 different apps at the same time, the same apps, but just 2 different accounts. And normally, if you ever try to, for instance, use something like a, just say Netflix, because I can see it right here. Netflix, you basically log into your Netflix and then you choose the like couple users that you have, right? So you just pick your user and whatever. But what you can actually do with parallel, though Netflix is not included in this one, I assume something like Facebook Messenger would be, but not Netflix. But assume it is. What it will allow you to do is to have just a single application, but you can have 2 different accounts logged in to it. Not the users, the accounts. Now obviously that will require 2 different payments, but you get the gist of it. So for instance, when it comes onto Facebook, you can use 2 different accounts at the same time, and you will have 2 different apps that you can launch. So if you want to set that up, all you need to do is navigate into your settings right over here, and then navigate down to utility. Where is it? There we go. I don't know how I missed it the first time. So utility, and you have parallel apps right here. As you can see, it tells us that it's empty, but that is because I don't have any app that is actually supported. Obviously, I don't have any app installed overall. So the only apps that are here are the default ones, and they are not one of the ones that you can actually use with this. But rest assured, apps like, for instance, Facebook will function with this. So anyway, this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I want to share. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.